Welcome to Growing Chatham, North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Chatham County Center's October 2021 podcast. I'm Tiffany Hancock. Tiffany Hancock and Brandy King recently visited the Farrington Farmers Market to demonstrate how the Visit North Carolina Farms app worked. They also assisted patrons with adding the app to their smartphones and discussed with the farmers the benefits of adding their farm to the Visit North Carolina Farms app. So what is the Visit North Carolina Farms app? The Visit North Carolina Farms app, courtesy of the North Carolina Department of Agriculture, is a handy tool for cell phones and other mobile devices to help people discover what is grown, raised, caught, made, and is ripe for experiences across the state. Residents can discover the farms, fisheries, farmers markets, farm-to-table restaurants, farm lodging, and other destinations for local food and fun closest to them. Fall is coming, so from collards to pumpkins, consumers can learn what is in season right here in North Carolina. The Visit North Carolina Farms app is a great way to support farmers and also enjoy local food and outdoor experiences, especially during these unusual times. A new unique feature spotlights suggested itineraries and is gaining traction with app users. App users can also build their own trips using the My Trips feature to plan their adventures, from day trips to overnight visits on farms, such as Jordan Lake Christmas Tree Farm right here in Chatham County. They offer overnight farm stays so that people can gain real-life experiences while visiting the farm. Are you a farm or agribusiness owner? Consider joining the Visit North Carolina Farms app. Those who own a Chatham County farm or agribusiness can join other farms and agribusinesses on the Visit North Carolina Farms app. Many thanks to Chatham County Farm Bureau for their sponsorship, which helped keep the yearly cost at an affordable rate for Chatham County farms and agribusinesses. The fee to join the Visit North Carolina Farms app is $50 per year. For more details about the Visit North Carolina Farms app, please visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. Now let's move on to find out what's happening with our 4-H program. This month, the Chatham County Board of Commissioners proclaimed October 3rd through the 9th, 2021 as National 4-H Week in Chatham County. We urge the people of this county to take advantage of the opportunity to become more aware of this special program that enhances our young people's interest in their futures as part of Chatham County 4-H youth development, and to join us in recognizing the unique partnership between our county and our state university system. This was adopted on the 20th day of September 2021, signed by Mike Dasher, Chairman, Chatham County Board of Commissioners. It's Paper Clover time, October 6th through the 17th, 2021. Since 2010, Tractor Supply has partnered with 4-H to help create opportunity for all and raise more than $14 million through the Paper Clover campaign. The success of these campaigns has impacted over 81,500 youth by providing them with the tools and resources they need to move forward and reach their full potential. Help continue to make the best better by promoting the upcoming 4-H Tractor Supply Paper Clover campaign for Chatham County. Visit the Siler City Tractor Supply store at 100 Siler Crossing, Siler City, North Carolina 27344 from October 6th through the 17th. Did you hear National 4-H Week is coming? Join us for a fun-filled 4-H Week in Chatham County. National 4-H Week is just around the corner and will run from October the 3rd through the 9th. Chatham County 4-H will be sending out fun ways to get involved in the events and a 4-H trivia raffle event via our Facebook page. So stay tuned. More to come soon. Are you a 4-H alumni? We would be thrilled if you join us in celebrating National 4-H Week, where you can share your 4-H stories. You can find the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter, or you can contact Kaylee Lawing here at the Extension office. Her contact information can be found in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Did you know closing the digital divide is important to teens? A new survey by National 4-H Council, the Harris Poll, and the 4-H Tech Changemakers Coalition found that teens believe unreliable broadband access contributes to economic and social inequities. Perceptions of reduced career prospects significantly lower digital literacy and less confidence in their future success. Inequitable access to broadband, internet, and digital skills are fueling an opportunity gap among American teens. The gap has grown as connectivity became critical during COVID-19. Despite rising need, teens report lower access to reliable broadband. 1 in 10 American teens do not have access to broadband internet. 89% of teens say their need for high-speed internet access at home has increased or stayed the same during the pandemic. Yet, teens have seen a 7% decrease in broadband access at home from 2019 to 2021. Teens with unreliable broadband access lag behind their peers in confidence in their futures. They're 12% less likely to believe that they can earn more than their parents. They can succeed in life. They can pursue a different career from their parents. Teens feel better connectivity can level the economic playing field. 64% believe access to broadband could have helped their community economically during the pandemic. 63% believe if their community had better access to high-speed internet, people would make more money. 74% of all teens believe the government should play an important role in providing broadband access to all. Get involved. Learn more about teaming up with 4-H to create opportunity for all kids. Visit 4-h.org/digital divide. This is brought to you by the National 4-H Council, Verizon, Land O'Lakes Incorporated, Microsoft, Tractor Supply, University of Georgia Extension, North Carolina A&T, State University Cooperative Extension. Or you can just simply find the link for more details in the growing Chatham newsletter. True leaders, culture, power, and justice. Are you looking to do more for your community and find ways to get involved? Are you in the 7th through 12th grade interested in exploring different cultures? Want to learn about how our history has shaped power and privilege within our community? Then join us as we teach you how to engage with your peers, local organizations, and communities to advocate for positive community change to increase the resources and tools needed. We will have an in-person interest meeting on October 6th and a virtual session on October 7th to learn more about the Chatham County True Leaders Program. To register for the interest meeting of your choice and for more information, please visit the growing Chatham newsletter for the links. Chatham County 4-H has winning talents. Our very own Haley King has been selected as a winner of the 2021 North Carolina 4-H Showcase of Talent. Cheer Haley on as her song When There Was Me and You debuts during the virtual National 4-H Week kickoff event. This will be held on Sunday, October 3rd during our National 4-H Week kickoff event, which will feature the 4-H Talent Showcase at 4 p.m. To attend Sunday's event, please register by 9 p.m. Friday, October 1st. The link for the Sunday's kickoff will be sent to those registered by that time. Congratulations, Haley. We would also like to congratulate our very own Miles Pica for his winning entry in the North Carolina 4-H photography contest. Miles entered his winning photograph of a monarch butterfly entitled the entry Kings of Butterflies. His description read, "Monarchs are commonly kings. This is my interpretation of a monarch butterfly ruling the flowers at the Chatham Marketplace in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. You can view the live celebration of winners on Thursday, October 7th. The Dr. Kim Ingold 4-H photography contest winners will premiere on the North Carolina 4-H Facebook page from 7 until 8 p.m. 4-H Day of Service. The 4-H Youth Stepping Forward program is proud to announce the culmination of their community service virtual event and phase 1 of their in-person event. In a cooperative effort, the Youth Stepping Forward group was able to amass 331 pounds of food benefiting the Cora Food Pantry and the West Chatham Food Pantry. Recipients from the food pantries were delighted with the donations and efforts made by the 4-H Youth Stepping Forward program. On September 25th, the group once again met to complete Phase 1 of their beautification plan for the Union Taylors Community Center in Bear Creek, North Carolina. Phase 1 included building a raised bed around the center sign, putting in perennial flower varieties, and installing 2 solar lights to illuminate the sign at night. The group did an amazing job together to complete Phase 1, and community members were pleased with the results. Chatham County United Way and North Carolina A&T State University provided the funding, which made this event possible. Thank you to our partners and volunteers who made this 4-H Day of Service such a success. Future phases of the project will include landscaping around the community center building, constructing raised beds for a community garden, and installing rain barrels. Check out the video from the 4-H Day of Giving from start to finish in the Growing Chatham newsletter. 2021 4-H STEM Challenge, Galactic Quest. Galactic Quest explores the history of humans in space, the technology and resources needed for missions, and the obstacles humans encounter in orbit. Activities explore important STEM topics ranging from physics and engineering to computer science and space agriculture. The dates for this event are October 28th from 12 until 3 p.m. and October 29th from 8:30 to 3 p.m. From 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., youth will have a special opportunity to Zoom with a NASA scientist the evening of October 28th. The location will be at the Chatham County Agriculture and Conference Center at 1192 U.S. 64 West Business, Pittsburgh, 27312. This is a free event sponsored by the local United Way of Chatham County. This event is open to youth of ages 8 to 14. Now, space is limited. It's open to the first 12 youth registered in 4-H online. Registration closes on October 20th. COVID-19 safety precautions will be enforced for participation. Mask, social distancing, hand washing, and etc. Youth are asked to bring a bag lunch with them on Friday, October the 29th. Water and prepackaged snacks will be provided. In order to participate, youth must be registered in 4-H online. Once you have created a 4-H profile, please go back to the Events tab to complete your Galactic Quest registration. To access the 4-H links, please visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. Extension Agent Matt Jones shares with us upcoming events and publications from North Carolina State University. Coming up October 2nd, Rain Garden Installation Workshop. Rain gardens are bowl-like depressions in the ground that capture rainfall runoff from your rooftop and driveway and allow water to filter into the ground. The plants, mulch, and soil in a garden combine natural processes to filter the pollutants from runoff and break down in the soil over time. Joy Mitch Woodard of North Carolina State Extension and the Loves Creek Watershed stewards for this workshop. The workshop location is at 207 East College Street, Siler City, North Carolina. The parking location is at the Church of God, 909 South Chatham Avenue, Siler City. Again, this event will take place on Saturday, October the 2nd, 2021 from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. A rain date is set for October 16th, 2021. You can find the link to register in the Growing Chatham newsletter. North Carolina State University Department of Horticulture Science is partnering with Longwood Gardens to provide a fully online introduction to plant identification. These courses will introduce you to the language of botany plants with global popularity. A few special plants from breeding programs at top horticultural institutions, and cultivation information for key plant species. By learning the fundamental language of botany, testing it with games, and being exposed to a carefully selected cast of plants that exhibit key identification features, participants will be ready to deduce mystery plants anywhere in the world. Visit the Growing Chatham newsletter for more details and to access the link to register. Ever wonder what that white flower shrub that is blooming along the highway is? That white flower shrub that you are seeing blooming along the highways is probably Baccharis halimephilia, which is normally found more commonly in the coastal plain, but is slowly moving along roadsides and other disturbed habitats in the Piedmont. To learn more about this plant and many others, please visit the Plant Toolbox by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter, where you can find the link. Fall is a great time to plant perennials. New transplant plants can grow roots all fall and much of the winter, enabling them to better withstand drought stress the following summer. Consider aromatic aster, which can bloom through October. You can see examples of the aromatic aster at our developing demonstration garden at the Chatham County Agricultural Conference Center and at Debbie's Pollinator Paradise Garden located at Chatham Mills, or at the North Carolina Botanical Garden in Chapel Hill. For more information about the aromatic aster, please click on the links in the Growing Chatham newsletter by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. Extension Agent Debbie Bruce shares with us a new Farm Visit Snapshot and provides an update about the upcoming Forest Tour webinar. This month's Farm Visit Snapshot, Debbie visits Grand Hope Farm. Brandon and Elizabeth Silve operate Grand Hope Farm in the western part of Chatham County near Siler City, North Carolina. The farm has been in Brandon's family since the early 1800s, and he is the sixth generation to farm the land, raising beef cattle and hay. In 2015, they started growing produce and marketing through the farmers markets. Brandon and Elizabeth's 6-year-old son, Cade, loves helping on the farm, especially anything having to do with tractors. Grand Hope Farm is a North Carolina century farm. Please visit the Growing Chatham newsletter to access the link to read more about Grand Hope Farm and check out the pictures. October Forest Tour's webinar is on prescribed fire. Did you know that fire plays an important role in forest ecosystems? Join Forest Tour North Carolina landowners, natural resource professionals, and others for a webinar to learn about the history of fire in North Carolina and how prescribed fire is used to reduce the risk of wildfires to benefit fire-dependent ecosystems and as a tool for forest and wildlife management. There will be 2 webinars on prescribed fire on October 14th and November 18th. October 14th's Forest Tour webinar is about the history and role of prescribed fire in North Carolina. The webinar starts at 1 o'clock and ends around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, with an optional half-hour afterwards for discussion. Click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to register. Don't forget to visit our Chatham County Farmers Markets. Now is a wonderful time to visit one or all of our Chatham County Farmers Markets. You'll find amazing flowers and foods like greens, meats, eggs, plants, and so many other wonderful locally grown products. You may even find the perfect pumpkin to take home. So please click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter that will take you to all 3 Chatham County Farmers Markets websites. To access the links that Debbie has shared, please visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. Christina Britt, Livestock, Equine, Field Crops and Forages Agent, shares with us about North Carolina Ag Adventures Grant, as well as an upcoming webinar. Apply now for the North Carolina Ag Adventures Grant. North Carolina Ag Adventures is a North Carolina state extension program that provides grants to North Carolina family farms and community organizations that support family farms to develop new and innovative agricultural projects, which will increase farm profits. Grants are available to North Carolina family farms and community organizations that support family farms in Chatham County and other selected counties. The North Carolina Ag Adventures Grant will open for new applications on October the 15th. The deadline to apply is 8 p.m. December 15, 2021. Submission is capped at 250 applications. You can find the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to read more and to learn how to apply. There will be an Equine Law Webinar Series coming up. Equine Law Webinar Series, North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Alamance, and Chatham County Centers are proud to present the Equine Law Webinar Series in partnership with R.L. Adams from Carolina Equine Law. This webinar series was designed with horse owners and equine businesses in mind. Through this free webinar series, you will learn about several important topics including equine contracts, liability, and insurance. Each webinar will take place from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the following dates: November 4th, 2021, Equine Contracts 101, November 16th, 2021, Equine Liability and Insurance. Please visit the growing Chatham newsletter to register for these events. Introduction to Livestock Marketing. Who is your market? This webinar is coming up October 6th, 2021 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join North Carolina Cooperative Extension and North Carolina Choices for a virtual webinar that will discuss how to determine your market, who are your customers, where do they live, and how much market share you can obtain. You can register online by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter and click on the link. Is your child between the ages of 8 to 18 years old and interested in learning about breeds, livestock, judging, feeds, tools, and more? Join Chatham County Youth Livestock Team. This team works hard to study and learn the materials in order to compete in both regional and state competitions. We competed in our first competition in July and are preparing for our next competition at the end of October. We would love to have you. If interested, please email Christina Britt. Her contact information is located in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Just click on the link. To access the links that Christina shared with us, please visit go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham1021. Ginger Cunningham, County Extension Director and Extension Agent, 4-H Youth Development and Forestry, shares a couple of forestry articles: Changes in the Air, the Miracle of Fall Colors, and Farm Succession and Transfer. Changes in the Air, the Miracle of Fall Colors. Every year at this time, we revel in the beauty of the trees, knowing well that it's only a fleeting pleasure. Before long, the leaves will flutter away from their summer home and become a part of the rich carpet that covers the forest floor. Many people believe Jack Frost is responsible for the color change that takes place in our trees each fall. But we now know that changes in leaf color are the result of chemical changes in the leaf that takes place due to certain weather conditions. The most vivid colors appear after a warm, dry summer and early autumn rains that prevent early leaf fall. Long periods of wet weather in late fall produces a rather drab coloration. Some of the most startling color combinations are to be found in the leaves of red and sugar maples, sassafras, sumac, black gum, sweet gum, scarlet, oak, sourwood, and dogwood. In North Carolina, fall colors begin in the upper elevations of our mountains at the end of September, beginning of October, and run through early November as they spread across the state to the coast. To see fall colors, consider visiting a state park or other outdoor attractions. To read the full story, please visit the Growing Chatham newsletter, where you can access the link. Farm Succession and Transfer. Estate planning is an essential tool in passing your land on to the next generation. By planning, you reduce the risk of forest loss and conversion, which is at its highest when land transfer occurs. To become better informed about planning your estate so that you're prepared when the time comes, please visit the Farm Succession and Transfer portal, as well as the Estate Planning and Administration subtab. You can find these links in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Just visit go.ncsu.edu/growingchatham1021. Kaylee Lawing, Extension Agent, Community Resource Development, 4-H Youth Development, shares with us broadband resources for cooperative extension. North Carolina Agriculture Digital Alliance invites Advocates to first meeting. You are invited to join the first quarterly North Carolina Agriculture Digital Alliance meeting, October 13th, 2021 from 1 until 2:30 p.m. The purpose of the Alliance is for partners to learn, share, and collaborate to support digital inclusion and equity among the agricultural community. This includes sharing models and funding opportunities, finalizing a broadband and agriculture mapping project, and collectively completing a digital literacy assessment for agricultural communities, inclusive of farmers, farm workers, and family members. The long-term objective is to promote better broadband infrastructure adoption, utilization to agricultural communities. Achieving our objectives would mean North Carolina's rural agricultural areas would be connected via broadband and be able to participate in the modern economy, receive health services, access to educational opportunities, and many unconceived purposes. You can find the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to learn more or to register for this meeting. What is digital inclusion and why it matters? 2 workshops coming up. According to National Digital Inclusion Alliance, digital inclusion refers to the activities necessary to ensure that all individuals and communities, including the most disadvantaged, have access to and use of information and communication technologies. This includes 5 elements: affordable, robust broadband internet service, internet-enabled devices that meet the needs of the user, access to digital literacy training, quality technical support, applications and online content designed to enable and encourage self-sufficiency, participation, and collaboration. Digital inclusion must evolve as technology advances. Digital inclusion requires intentional strategies and investments to reduce and eliminate historical, institutional, and structural barriers to access and use technology. The Institute for Emerging Issues is working on digital inclusion in North Carolina. The Institute for Emerging Issues has announced a new round of funding from BAND North Carolina, a grant program designed to meet digital needs and make North Carolina first in digital inclusion. Register for this upcoming workshop, Introduction to Digital Inclusion Planning, by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter. This workshop will be held on October 21st from 2 until 3:30 p.m. Needs of North Carolina communities. The North Carolina Office of Recovery and Resiliency is looking for local leaders to share their insights at focus groups on the needs of North Carolina communities that want to enhance resilience to climate-related hazards. Your feedback and ideas will directly inform the content and design of the North Carolina Resilient Communities Guide, a new state resource in development. We want to hear from local leaders, including local government staff, from a diversity of North Carolina communities. If you are unable to attend a focus group designated for your region or type of community, you are welcome to register for another group. We greatly appreciate your willingness to share your expertise. If you would like to participate in one of the groups, please RSVP. Register for one of the sessions that you can find in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Just visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. Tara Gregory, Extension Agent, Family and Consumer Sciences, shares with us a fall pumpkin soup recipe. To find the recipe, just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter. Check out the knife skills video with Tara Gregory in the Growing Chatham newsletter. Which knife should you use to cut a tomato? Would the same knife work to cut a slice of bread? In this video, Tara explains what types of knives to use and how to use them in the kitchen. Just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter and click on the video. Brady King, County Extension Administrative Assistant, shares with us helping youth understand money. Once youth learn how to manage money, they gain an ability that is critical to making their aspirations a reality and getting their dreams to life. Parents and other adults can support children in learning and developing money management skills by talking to them about money, planning together, and creating a meaningful learning opportunities. There are a lot of ways to help kids become aware of spending. Just click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter to find tips to help parents explaining money with children. Tiffany Hancock, Marketing and Media Support Specialist, highlights the history of Century Farm families. In 1970, the North Carolina State Fair undertook the largest agricultural project in the fair's history. To highlight the theme of its 1970 State Fair Salute to Agriculture, State Fair officials initiated a search for all families who have owned or operated a farm in North Carolina for 100 years or more. More than 800 farms qualified as a Century Farm. Century Farm families were honored at a luncheon held in Dorton Arena at the 1970 North Carolina State Fair. Agriculture Commissioner Jim Graham emceed the event, and Lieutenant Governor Pat Taylor was the featured speaker. The commissioner congratulated the families for their contributions to North Carolina. The strength and depth of North Carolina lies with you people who have held the family farm together. You are the fountainhead of our economy. Today, there are about 52,000 farms in North Carolina, but only a little more than 1,800 have the distinct honor of being a North Carolina Century Farm. North Carolina has a rich agricultural heritage, and the Century Family Farm Program celebrates the many contributions farming has made to the state. Century Farms continue to be recognized in North Carolina. In 1988, a commemorative book, North Carolina Century Farms, 100 Years of Continuous Agricultural Heritage, was published. This book provided a history of Century Farms in North Carolina. Every Century Farm family received a copy of this book. This book is available as an ebook. The link is available in the Growing Chatham newsletter. So check them out in the Growing Chatham newsletter by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. From our community partners. In order to celebrate Chatham County's long history with cattle and bring greater attention to its quality beef and dairy products, the Chatham County Agriculture Advisory Board presented Chatham County Cattle Celebration Resolution to the Chatham County Board of Commissioners on August 18, 2021. The board adopted the resolution. To read more about this story, just visit the Growing Chatham newsletter. From the Chatham County Public Health Department. What do you need to know about the Delta variant? Visit the Growing Chatham newsletter and click on the link for answers to some common questions about the Delta variant. Face coverings are required when entering Chatham County government buildings. You can click on the link in the Growing Chatham newsletter about COVID-19 and face coverings. Economic Development Corporation Small Business Fund. Small businesses in Chatham are now eligible for additional support for COVID-19 recovery. The Chatham Economic Development Corporation is launching the Chatham EDC Small Business Grant Program, awarding grants up to $5,000 to local small businesses. The purpose of the Chatham EDC Small Businesses Fund is to assist small businesses in Chatham County with their recovery from the impacts of COVID-19 restrictions, as well as to stimulate investment and business expansion in Chatham County. Paper applications are available right here at the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Chatham County Center Office, 1192 US 64 West Business, Pittsboro. Please use the West Side Building entrance to enter our office. Paper forms can be submitted to Ginger Cunningham, County Extension Director. You may find out more information by visiting the Growing Chatham newsletter and clicking on the link. Agricultural photo winners have been announced. Visit the Growing Chatham newsletter to see the winning photos. Well, that would do it for this month's Growing Chatham podcast. Don't forget to access all the links that was mentioned in this podcast. You can find them by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 1021. This is Tiffany Hancock. Hope you have a great October.